This presentation is from the perspective of a district curriculum specialist presented to a group of pre-kindergarten teachers. So our topic today is pre-kindergarten and early childhood special education. And our first section is about how students qualify for our program and what the goals and the curriculum of our program are. Students who meet one of these criteria are eligible for pre-K. Students might be limited English proficient. They might be eligible for free or reduced lunch. They might be homeless. They might have a parent who is on active duty in the military or was injured or killed while on active duty. And students who are currently or have ever been in foster care are eligible for pre-K. Our district does not have a tuition-based pre-K program, and so all of your students will meet at least one of these criteria. Our curriculum includes early literacy skills that develop oral language, vocabulary, and phonemic awareness. It includes social emotional learning that's focused on self-monitoring and appropriate interaction with adults and peers. And it includes observation and thinking skills developed through math, science, and social studies experiences. Our mission is that students will establish a love of learning and they will leave the pre-K program with the skills they need to be successful in kindergarten. This sounds like a very academic-based program, but the TEA reminds us that pre-K should be fun and playful and purposeful. And so we design our activities with those things in mind. Some effective strategies for pre-K learners are to balance teacher-directed activities with student choice and opportunities for exploration. For the teacher to ask questions and take observational notes and collect work samples, and these serve as formative assessments that let you know where students currently are performing and what they still need to learn. And to always communicate progress and celebrations with families. Some ineffective strategies that we want to avoid are things like worksheets, flashcards, activities that have limited opportunity for exploration or student choice. We want to avoid passive observation by the teacher, and we also want to avoid punishing misbehavior rather than teaching into it and being explicit about our expectations. And we also want to avoid communicating with families only when there is a problem or concern. It's important to remember that organization and routines promote effective learning. And so we want our pre-K program to be fun and engaging. We also want it to be organized to support students in their learning and also in their behavior goals. We have an inclusive model in pre-K, and so some of your students will be coming from our early childhood special education program, and it is important that you know a little bit about that program and how you can best support the students that are coming from there. Our early childhood special education program is designed for students who are 3 to 5 years old, and they qualify for that program by being identified with at least one disability, and they also demonstrate a need for specialized instruction. In early childhood special education, they focus on developing physical skills, cognitive skills, communication skills, self-help and adaptive skills, and social emotional skills. The students that come from this program will have an IEP based on some of that skill development. And so it's important that you are aware of your students that have an IEP and that you ask questions when you need to about the services that those students get, that you set goals as a team and include the parents in all decisions, and that you make observations and take notes on progress towards those goals. It might not be reasonable to expect these students to meet the same goals and make the same progress as other students in pre-K, and so you should be using that IEP to track progress for these students. Remember, as always, you should ask questions if you have concerns or if you are unsure. Your questions might go to the state and federal department if they are specific questions about pre-K, and they might go to the special ed department if you have questions about children that are being promoted from an early childhood special education program.